that, we shift our attention on the World Cup because Pakistan has now finally ended the suspense over its participation. Even though Pakistan will not be pulling out of the upcoming T20 World Cup in itself, which is starting in another 5 days, let's tell you what the catch is. The team has decided not to play against India, a match that was to take place in Sri Lanka. So the Pakistani government has announced that approval has been granted to the Pakistani team to play in the T20 World Cup, which will kickstart in another 5 days. But the Pakistani government's post on social media platform X says that Pakistan will not take the field against India on the 15th of February. So while Pakistan will play in the World Cup, it will boycott the match against India. This comes just months after Pakistan was shredded to pieces in the Asia Cup that was held in September last year. So India and Pakistan faced each other 3 times, with India winning all 3 encounters, including the final on the 28th of September 2025. But India has a game plan. Sources say that India will proceed as per the ICC protocol. They will travel to Sri Lanka, practice as per schedule, do pre-match press conferences, even reach the stadium on time and wait for the match referee to call off the match. Because as per the rules, points will be awarded only if one team is present on the field and the other refuses to take field. So if both teams are not on the field, the match will be considered to have been abandoned and each team will get 1 point each.
I think Pakistan, जो government है या PCB है, they're all damaging their own cricket. It's not going to solve their problems. Someone has to be there to think right, you know. They are not thinking right at the moment, you know. They want to support Bangladesh. You keep on supporting Bangladesh. That's not our business. But end of the day, who suffers? Bangladesh is going to suffer, and you going to suffer.
बहुत सारी चीजें हुई है, तो ये सारी चीजें देखते हुए शायद पीसीबी ने ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान का डिसीजन है, इन्वॉल्व पीसीबी भी है इसमें, लेकिन सारी चीजों को देखते हुए उन्होंने फैसला किया मे भी सैंक्शन लग जाए पाकिस्तान को, लेकिन इसकी परवाह नहीं की होगी क्योंकि फिर ये इस वर्ल्ड कप का नहीं होगा के बाइकआउट। फिर 2026 में विमेन कप वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड में, उसमें भी आपस में फिर नहीं खेलेंगे, फिर एशिया कप आएगा उसमें भी आपस में नहीं खेलेंगे।
So what happened? What does this mean for Pakistan? Are they cowards to have backed down from the match? Joining us on the broadcast are my colleagues Arunil, Shivam, as well as Sahil, Sohail and Arunil. Pakistan chickening out at the last moment, not taking their match with India. How is this going to play out and how is the cricketing world going to really see this?
Well, chickening out is the appropriate word that you have used, Pratibha. The reason for that is, just last night in the under-19 tournament, India played against Pakistan. Pakistan, in fact, played against India, and Pakistan were routed by the India under-19 team. Now, there is a hybrid agreement that the Pakistan Cricket Board has signed with the ICC. It mentions that whenever India is going to play against Pakistan in an ICC tournament, it is going to happen at a neutral venue. Now, this was a neutral venue in Sri Lanka. At the last moment, Pakistan government has chickened out. They have basically said that they are not allowing their cricket team to play against India. Very straight communication has been made by the International Cricket Council as well. They have given out a stern warning to the Pakistan Cricket Board, firstly saying that we don't deal with the Pakistan government. It is the Pakistan Cricket Board which needs to communicate what they feel about this. Also basically saying that there is a hybrid agreement that you have signed. Based on that, because the match is scheduled on February 15th, if you are forfeiting at the last moment, there are financial implications that the ICC has to endure. There are financial implications that the other board, that is the BCCI, that has to endure. So be ready to face repercussions as well. In much milder words, the ICC has also told Pakistani Cricket Board to find a mutual resolution to this, to find some kind of a solution to this. How the Pakistan Cricket Board is going to react to it, because we have seen in the past as well, very topsy-turvy kind of a behavior has been seen from the Pakistani Cricket Board as well. Earlier as well, they had at one of the grounds they were not reaching, and then at the final moment they went for the toss. Exact reason why the Pakistani government feels that their cricket team should not be playing against India, that is not been mentioned by the Pakistani Cricket Board. What are the implications or the fines that may be imposed on the Pakistani Cricket Board if Pakistani cricket team doesn't play against India? It will be like recently only home games were allowed for Pakistan. Pakistan was allowed to host international teams in their soil. This happened more than 15 years after the dastardly attack on the Sri Lankan cricket team in Lahore. That can also have repercussions. Pakistan may be penalized on that front. Other teams will not be going to Pakistan. Financial penalty will obviously be there. Fines will be there. Also, the PSL that Pakistani Cricket Board hosts, there also foreign players go and play. Foreign players will be barred by their respective boards on the direction of the ICC to travel to Pakistan. So amidst this, amidst these repercussions, amidst these fines as well as penalties, whether the Pakistani Cricket Board will actually go and forfeit the match, that again will be interesting to watch out for. As you rightly pointed out, India is going to
repercussions that clearly Pakistan will have to face. But we also have a very strong statement that has come in from the International Cricket Council on Pakistan Cricket Board boycotting the India versus Pakistan match. So let's take you through what the ICC has said. The ICC has noted the statement that the government of Pakistan has made regarding the decision to instruct its national team to selectively participate in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026. The ICC awaits an official communication from the PCB on the same, but the ICC has also gone on to say that they are built on sporting integrity, competitiveness and consistency. So, Shivam, the ICC very clearly not happy, and, you know, this is very not sportsmanlike for the Pakistan team to take this decision. It is being looked upon by the World Cricket Body as well. And what are the repercussions? Like Arunil pointed out as well, it's not going to be short-term. There are going to be long-term repercussions of this decision by Pakistan.
Exactly, Pratibha, because it is not just about this particular match. Okay, now Pakistan has suddenly announced that they will not going to play this match. Because they are in a group which has USA, Namibia, maybe they are hopeful that they can get into the next round. But what happens if another match in India and Pakistan can happen in semi-finals or quarter-finals or any qualifying round? What will happen then? How will the points will decided then? And this will put the integrity of the entire tournament, the ICC T20 World Cup, in shambles, and there will be questions raised. There could be argument coming in after that some team was given advantage and some was not. So it is not just about this particular match. It is going to be a ripple effect if it is allowed once. Then what will happen next? That is one of the reasons you are also seeing that Indian team will follow all the protocols, all the procedures that they are supposed to. They will do the pre-match conference. They will reach on the ground. And then, as you rightly mentioned, because a lot of logistics is also involved. Between a high-profile match like India and Pakistan, from security to venue to hotel booking to logistics, every issue will be taken into consideration. And at the very last moment, the Pakistan government will announce that they are not going to play. It is going to be a lot of trouble for a lot of teams as well.
Okay, all right. So there is a bigger price to pay. Apart from Pakistan looking like an absolute fool, there are also going to be many repercussions of the same. We, in fact, have a lot of reactions from the cricketing fraternity as well. Listen in.
थोड़ा तरस भी आता, थोड़ी हैरानी होती है कि चाहते क्या है, कि कहते हैं ना हमारे विनाश काल है विपरीत बुद्धि। क्योंकि अगर आपने नहीं खेलना है तो अगर आप ये मैच ना खेल के आपने पॉइंट्स कंसीड कर दिए और आप आगे अगर इंडिया से मिलते हैं तो तब भी नहीं खेलेंगे क्या? तो अगर ये बात आपने तय कर ली है तो आईसीसी के पास कोई आपने रास्ता छोड़ा नहीं है। आईसीसी विल हैव टू किक देम आउट बिकॉज ये तो ब्लैकमेलिंग होगी ना, ये तो कॉर्नर कर दिया। अब जानते नहीं कि नुकसान तो चलो पैसे का तो होगा। वो दे आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड एवरी गिवन वे टू स्पाइट इंडिया। तो उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा कि आपके पास तो बर्बादी है। और देखिए शायद पाकिस्तानी प्लेयर्स रिलैक्स कर जाएं क्योंकि उनको पता है हारना तो है ही, तो थोड़ी बेइज्जती कम होगी। पर आप हार भी जाएंगे तो पर आप सर्वाइव तो करेंगे। आप देखिए सैंक्शंस लगेंगे, आपको पार्टिसिपेटिंग फी नहीं मिलेगी, आप वैसे ही बदनाम है।
So politics has also begun over this. The Congress party has in fact questioned the BCCI and the centre, asking why is India not boycotting the match against Pakistan?
तो हिंदुस्तान को ही खेलने की उनके साथ जरूरत आ रही है भाई। अब ये तो बीसीसीआई को इनको सोचना चाहिए ना कि देश के सम्मान के साथ समझौता ना करें। बांग्लादेश का खिलाड़ी ले लिया तो हंगामा था वो, और ये पाकिस्तान के साथ क्या है, पाकिस्तानियों के साथ क्यों मैच खेलना चाहते हो भाई? हमें तो नहीं खेलना चाहिए। हम तो पहले दिन मना करा था, तब भी कहा था, अब भी कह रहे हैं। पाकिस्तानी धूर्त लोग हैं, इनके साथ कोई रिश्ता नहीं रखना चाहिए। पहले मना करना चाहिए था, हमें पहले ही कह देना चाहिए क्लियर एकदम।
There are people who does politics on cricket, and there are this kind of politics happens with the game of cricket for a long time, and it is the boards which should decide, and the countries in that situation which government should also react. There was a time when Operation Sindoor was happening. In that time there was a huge opinion that there should not be any kind of game between the both countries, because both the countries were at confrontation. Therefore, it is a very important thing that if we want to escalate and we want to keep these kind of tensions across the two countries, the normalization of relations won't be that smooth as we expect. I hope that the government of India will take a right call.
Emotive issue and of course political divide over India's decision as well, but India has a game plan going into the series. In fact, India has made it clear that they will even take the field. It is Pakistan that will not turn up, and Sohail, it's a calculated decision that India is taking.
Yes, exactly. And in fact, India has never been adverse to normalization of relationship with Pakistan, but it is always Pakistan that has backstabbed India. So after Operation Sindoor, and more specifically after, in fact, Pahalgam terror attack, Pakistan found itself isolated in the global community. And somehow, after the regime change in Bangladesh, they got this Bangladesh, and in fact have maintained a relationship with this. And now it's being observed that the decision that Pakistani government has communicated by X to its national team is basically connected to what happened to Bangladesh in T20 World Cup. Basically, that the ICC replaced that team with Scotland. So more than cricket, which is at play, is the politics, and it's part of the South Asian politics that is at play. Okay. And Pakistani government basically trying to please Bangladeshis by, in fact, putting out conditions. Okay. But at the end of the day, it's government of Pakistan which had suffered. It's their national cricket team that had to suffer because of this, in fact, selectively going with this ICC T20 World Cup. So what I said basically...
Because, Sohail, the entire world is watching. The entire world is watching what Pakistan is doing, and it's not going to be taken lightly. Let's see what action is initiated by the ICC. We'll have to leave it at that. Thanking Sohail, Arunil and Shivam for joining us on the broadcast with the details, and slipping into a very short break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.